A day in the life of Dennis Terrell. One of the biggest questions is why do people get so comfortable? You can look at people and they just content where they at. They don't want to change. They don't want to make no new move. They just happy where they at. That's the question I ask myself. Why be in a situation where you stagnant or you gonna stay in one spot when you can make changes in your life to better yourself? That's what it comes down to. Getting too comfortable. Okay, I'm happy staying at home with my parents. I never want to move out. I can live rent free. When I was in Indiana, I ran across guys 45 years old still staying with their parents. It was something I never seen before. Me being from Michigan, it's not like that. It's you get old, grown, and gone. You get older, you get your own place. That's how it works. Parents is like, look, when you turn 18, you should be looking for a place to live. Make sure you have a job. Make sure you're doing everything you can to survive and better yourself. That's how it always was. So it comes a point in your life where you want to be prepared for the future because money runs out, jobs run out, you get older. Sometimes you get to the point where people like you too old to go to work. So what you gonna do then? You need a game plan. You want to have savings. You don't want to be in a situation you're 70 years old and you don't have no money in the bank or you didn't say never save no money. You just live for today and then worry about tomorrow. You got to have a game plan to better your life. That's what it comes down to. What are you doing? What knowledge are you getting? Right now you're in a situation where you can learn as much as you need to learn from the internet. You can go to the library, read books, do everything you can to better your life. You should be evolving. I'm 45 years old, so every day I wake up, I come up with a game plan to better my life. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't want to be 60, 70 years old and I don't have no money saved or I'm not doing everything I need to do to better my life. That's what it comes down to. What are you doing to better yourself? It comes a point where you got to have goals. You got to be able to take care of yourself. Even when you're older, you got to be able to take care of yourself. Especially you don't have kids or you have kids and your kids like, look, it's not my responsibility to take care of you. So you still got to take care of yourself. You can't go through life thinking it's other people's job to take care of you. That's not how life works. So you have to come up with a game plan. You need to do something to better your life. How are you doing? You learn something new? It's 24 hours in a day. Like I told you before, when you go to work, you eat, sleep, you come home, you only got 6 hours. What are you doing with your 6 hours? What are you doing with your time? You cannot get time back. You cannot. So what are you doing with your time? Are you learning a new skill? Are you learning a new trade? Do you have game plans to better your life? That's what it's about. Bettering your life. You want to be an asset in your life. You want to be able to have a legacy for your children, for your family. If you're a man, your last name means something. So what are you doing to protect that? If you just stay in the same spot and you never grow, that's a problem. You 40 years old, but you still thinking like you was when you was 25. Or you still doing the same things. You never change. You never learned nothing new. That's a problem. That's what it comes down to. You want to get to the point where you can be used. And when I say use, I mean you can better your life where you can be put in a good situation. You have a lot of knowledge to teach people. You can educate people. You can show people which ways not to go because you've been through it. Why have somebody repeat the same mistake you did when you can tell them about it so they can avoid the situation? That's what it comes down to. Giving people knowledge so they won't make the same mistake. That's what it comes down to. It's a science to making money. It's a science to having your own business. But if you never read on that science, you'll never have nothing. You'll always be in the same boat. You'll always be living check to check. You'll always be trying to survive. It comes a point in your life where you want to be better than that. You want to get to the point where you have to make your life better. You want to make changes in your life. I think about who I am now and who I used to be. I'm not the same person. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly learning something new. And that's what I want to be. I want to be able to where I can learn something new that benefit me. I won't come in and be the same person I was 20 years ago. It makes no sense. Still bumping my head, still making the same mistakes. I don't want to do that. I want to be to the point where I say, okay, I can avoid that pitfall. Instead of going that way, I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to make sure I do something different because this is not working. And that's what it comes down to. That's what it boils down to. What are you doing to make sure you don't destroy your life? That's what it's about. You don't want to go through life and you destroying it. That's the biggest mistake you can make. You don't want to take chances if you don't have to. Life is too short now to take chances. You want to have a game plan, follow that game plan. It's like saving money. You want to save money, but you don't want to write out a budget. Or you don't want to follow the budget that you wrote out. What sense does that make? If you want to save money, you got to make life changes. You got to make financial life changes. You can't get paid and blow all your money. It's not going to work. You got to make good decisions. And that's what it comes down to. Making good choices, making good decisions. This is a day in the life of Dennis Terrell.